Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning trailer breakdown. This isn't just another mission. The trailer for Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning has landed, and something about it feels different. There's tension in the silence, weight in every glance. What exactly is unfolding behind those action-packed frames? What secrets are buried between each scene? With the stakes rising and the countdown ticking, one question echoes louder than ever. Is this really the end of the road for Ethan Hunt? But before we start piecing it all together, let's rewind and figure out what this trailer is really telling us. For nearly 3 decades, Mission Impossible has evolved from a simple spy thriller into a cinematic phenomenon. What started as a TV show adaptation has transformed into one of Hollywood's most consistent action franchises. At the center of it all stands Tom Cruise, more than just an actor, a daredevil on a mission of his own. From that famous vault suspension scene in 1996, to hanging off the world's tallest building in Ghost Protocol, to clinging to the side of an actual airplane during takeoff in Rogue Nation, Cruise repeatedly proves there's nothing he won't do to deliver authentic action. And standing beside him for the latest chapters, director Christopher McQuarrie, whose vision has reshaped the tone and depth of the franchise. Their partnership began with Rogue Nation and continued through Fallout and Dead Reckoning Part 1. Each film raises the bar higher than the last. From Rogue Nation to Dead Reckoning Part 1, their collaboration has delivered a mix of heart, spectacle, and emotional weight that most action franchises don't dare to touch. Remember that bathroom fight in Fallout? The motorcycle chase through Paris? The train sequence in Dead Reckoning Part 1? Each action scene serves the story, reveals character, and keeps us on the edge of our seats. And naturally, The Final Reckoning feels like the most personal and urgent installment yet. It's not just another mission, it's a reckoning with everything that's come before. The past and present collide as threads from previous films weave together. The trailer shows Ethan looking more vulnerable than we've seen him before. There's a weariness in his eyes, a sense that time and luck might finally be running out. This isn't the same agent who confidently declared, "I'll find another way," in previous films. Now he seems less certain, more desperate. But of course, no mission would be complete without the team. Benji, Luther, Grace, the White Widow, names we know, faces we recognize, but this time something feels different. Benji Dunn, played by Simon Pegg, has evolved from the nervous tech guy to full-fledged field agent. The trailer shows him looking serious, focused, a far cry from the comic relief he once provided. There's a moment where he shares a meaningful glance with Ethan, suggesting their friendship faces its greatest test yet. Luther Stickle, Vin Rhames, the only character besides Ethan to appear in every single Mission Impossible film, The Rock, the constant, but even he seems shaken in the brief glimpses we get. "This isn't like before, Ethan," he warns in one scene. Coming from Luther, those words carry extra weight. Grace, played by Haley Atwell, introduced in Dead Reckoning Part 1, returns with an expanded role. The trailer hints at her becoming more integral to the team, no longer the outsider caught in Ethan's world. There's a moment where she takes charge of a situation, suggesting her character growth continues. And the White Widow, Vanessa Kirby's enigmatic arms dealer, the trailer gives us only quick flashes of her. A smile, a glance over her shoulder, a whispered conversation with Ethan. Her loyalties have always been questionable, and this trailer doesn't clear things up. They're back, yes, but their roles seem tangled in new layers of secrecy. The trailer shows them scattered, separated, fighting their own battles. Has the team fractured? Or is this part of an elaborate plan? There are glances that hold tension, silences that speak louder than action. A shot of Benji looking betrayed. Luther is turning away from the camera. Grace reached for a weapon with uncertainty in her eyes. Has trust evolved into something stronger or something more fragile? Their chemistry remains electric, but the trailer hints at shifts in dynamic, hidden motives, and maybe even betrayal. One particular scene stands out. All four gathered around a table, Maps and plans spread before them, but none making eye contact. The family feels broken, or at least strained to its limits. Clearly, this isn't just another globe-trotting adventure with the gang. There's more at stake, personal stakes, life-changing stakes, and it all seems to center around one thing, the threat they're up against. But before we get into the real enemy behind it all, if you're enjoying the breakdown, hit that subscribe button. We've got more theories, deep cuts, and hidden details coming your way, and you won't want to miss what's next. The Entity. This time, the enemy isn't just dangerous, it's almost invisible. It's called the Entity, but it's not a person, it's something else, something calculated, something that learns, adapts, and evolves. The trailer gives us only glimpses of screens filled with data, surveillance footage from impossible angles, and predictive models anticipating Ethan's every move. A presence that's everywhere and nowhere all at once. A system that doesn't just track movements, it predicts them. It knows what you're going to do before you do, a voice warns Ethan in the trailer, and we see the proof. Ethan turning a corner only to find enemies already waiting. A trap that springs before he even approaches it. A door that locks just as he reaches for the handle. This enemy embodies our modern fears, not of individuals, but of systems beyond our control. Artificial intelligence gone rogue. Surveillance that sees everything. Technology that knows us better than we know ourselves. And if the trailer is any indication, Ethan Hunt isn't just being followed. He's being outmaneuvered, step by step, breath by breath. The Entity seems to have studied Ethan's entire career, his tactics, his weaknesses, and his relationships. The trailer shows a moment where Ethan's face falls as he realized he's been played, led exactly where the Entity wanted him to go. Eventually, instincts might be the only thing he can rely on. When everything is watching you, Ethan says in the trailer, sometimes you have to go dark. We see him smashing computers, removing tracking devices, and going completely off-grid. One particularly chilling moment shows Ethan staring at multiple screens displaying his own face from different angles, past missions, current location, and predicted movements. The hunter has become the hunted in a way we've never seen before. But while the enemy is smarter and the stakes are higher, there's still one thing we can count on: action. The bullet train sequence, the mountain cliff jump, the underground chase was lit only by sparks and adrenaline. Tom Cruise once again defies gravity, time, and fear. Let's start with that mountain cliff jump. The trailer shows Cruise on a motorcycle, revving the engine, racing toward the edge of a sheer drop. This isn't CGI or camera tricks. Cruise actually performed this stunt, and the trailer gives us a behind-the-scenes look at how they captured it. Trained for over a year, over 500 skydiving jumps to prepare, 6 jumps a day during filming, all to capture what might be the most dangerous stunt in cinema history. We see the motorcycle launch off the cliff, Cruise letting go mid-air, free-falling before finally opening his parachute. That's absolutely goated. No other actor on the planet would even attempt something so wild. Then there's the train sequence. Clearly a nod to the first Mission Impossible film, but cranked up to 11. The trailer shows glimpses of Cruise fighting on top of a speeding bullet train, the landscape blurring around him. At one point, the train appears to derail, cars flipping and exploding, while Ethan desperately tries to survive. The underground chase scene looks like nothing we've seen before in the franchise. Tight spaces, minimal light, maximum tension. Sparks from bullets hitting metal walls provide the only illumination as Ethan navigates what appears to be an abandoned subway system or bunker. These aren't just stunts. They're statements. They're Cruise saying this is what cinema can still be. In an age of CGI and green screens, Mission Impossible stands apart by doing things for real. There's a moment in the trailer where we see the crew filming one of these sequences. Dozens of professionals ensuring safety while capturing something truly spectacular. This behind-the-scenes glimpse reminds us of just how much work goes into creating these moments of movie magic. And yet, for all the spectacular action, something else lingers beneath the surface of the trailer. There's a quietness in this trailer that's hard to ignore. A weight, a shadow. Notice how the trailer begins not with an explosion or a chase, but with Ethan alone, walking slowly through an empty street. The camera lingers on his face, showing us something we rarely see from this character: uncertainty. The absence of narration, the dim lighting, the stillness between explosions, it all whispers instead of shouts. Even the music feels different. The iconic Mission Impossible theme plays, but slower, more somber, as if warning us that this time the mission might truly be impossible. Is it the pace, the color grading, or maybe just the unspoken truth that we're heading towards something final? The Final Reckoning isn't just the title, it's the mood. The trailer shows characters looking back, reflecting on their journeys. Brief flashes of moments from previous films appear not as flashy callbacks, but as memories that haunt these characters. Slowly, we begin to feel the past catching up with the present. Every decision, every betrayal, every leap of faith, it's all led to this. There's a scene where Ethan stands in the rain, looking up at a building illuminated only by lightning. His expression reveals more than any dialogue could. This is a man facing his destiny, whatever that might be. Even the locations feel symbolic. Abandoned buildings, underground tunnels, remote mountains, places of isolation, reflection, and final confrontations. And now we're left wondering what comes next. Because here's the question everyone's asking. Is this the end? The Final Reckoning suggests a conclusion, a curtain call. The trailer certainly frames this as Ethan Hunt's last mission, his final chance to set things right. But Tom Cruise has hinted otherwise in interviews. There's more story to tell, he said recently, keeping the door open for future installments. And McQuarrie has never been one to close doors completely. He spent years carefully crafting this world, introducing characters with depth and potential that extend beyond Ethan Hunt. Could Grace step into a new lead role? The trailer gives Haley Atwell's character several hero moments, suggesting she might be positioned for more than just a supporting role. Could the White Widow's arc reshape the franchise? Vanessa Kirby's enigmatic character has quickly become a fan favorite, and the trailer hints at her larger involvement in the overall mythology. Or are we heading into uncharted territory? A place where everything we thought we knew gets rewritten. The trailer includes a cryptic line: "The world you've been protecting isn't what you believe it to be." This suggests revelations that could completely change the franchise's universe. Possibly this is just the beginning of something new, or the quiet end of an era. Either way, the crossroads are here. What's clear is that whatever happens in The Final Reckoning will change the Mission Impossible franchise forever. The trailer doesn't just promote a movie, it announces a turning point. With The Final Reckoning, the line between the past and the present start to blur. Familiar faces return, new threats rise, and one final mission could change everything. The trailer gives us just enough to get excited without revealing the crucial twists and turns that await us. That's low-key, the perfect kind of trailer that shows us the vibe without spoiling the ride. We see Ethan Hunt pushed to his absolute limits. We see a team potentially fractured. We see an enemy unlike any they've faced before. And we see stunts that continue to redefine what's possible in action cinema. Mission Impossible has always been about the impossible becoming possible through skill, teamwork, and sheer determination. This trailer suggests The Final Reckoning will test that formula like never before. So what did you notice about the trailer? What connections to previous films jumped out at you? What moments left you with questions? Undeniably, this is the beginning of a conversation that's only just heating up. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because one thing is for sure, the mission may be final, but the story isn't over yet. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe for more trailer analysis and film discussions. Also, hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next follow-up videos.